I'm here to see some celebrities. Look, I'm not getting robbed. I trusted this guy with $1.1 million in watches. And he won't give the watches back until he gets paid for his trade watches.
First, we should sit down with the content team and kind of discuss. Stop portraying you guys like assholes.
Because that was our picture on our sales group, and he's selling it at a markup.
Let's see what the boy got. I've been practicing all weekend.
A guitar shows up in my office from a note from Derek Wells. Derek Wells is an award-winning and world-famous guitar player, somebody that has over 500 #1 hits under his belt. Of course, I don't know how to play the guitar, but Ian apparently dwelled a little bit. Took it home, tuned it all up, came back, and voila.
Oh, look, he's got the pick and everything. Look at that. Did you tune it?
Not exactly a gray screen today, more of a blue skies, palm trees background, because we're at the Bitcoin convention actually wrapping up day 3.
When this came in, my money was on Nick. I swore it. I was like, I would hand it to him and he would jam out, but no. What are we working on?
A few things.
How much?
$11 million stone.
I don't have that kind of money, Adrian.
It's okay. We'll get there.
So not only am I the head buyer here at Luxury Bazaar, but I'm also the only person that's certified in diamond grading. So I was offered a stone for $11 million. Now I got to go to Roman and Pops to see if we can pay for it.
Jesus. A 19.5 carat, no. There's a 10.05 carat fancy and 10s blue, internally flawless cheat. Hold on, let me call my wife real quick.
Probably the sickest stone I've ever seen.
And it's a pair internally flawless. I mean,
Blue. Fancy intense blue.
how much is it?
11 million.
So you're trying to buy it or sell it?
We were talking to our friend who knows about these. He goes, it's not actually not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, dude, it's a stretch, but you never know.
I mean, I would like to start the week off by selling an $11 million stone.
Me too.
We need to talk monies.
Big time.
So speaking of monies,
How far are we from 11 million?
right now we're about 11 million short.
That's good.
We need to get that card for the Platinum Daytona. Wire came in Friday. We need to find it.
You had to tell the guy how it is.
I told the guy how it is. Just doesn't mean that we'd still have to deliver the card.
I
so.
understand, but you had to explain to him the reality of the situation.
The reality situation that he was on his way to FedEx already with it. No, like meaning he found it. At least we know he found it.
You know what I mean?
So just call him.
So one thing that I am a big stickler of is selling things before we have all the box and papers, all the links, or anything that's missing with the watch, because then you run into problems like this. You sell something, you promise a client something, and then he's on your ass about it and you can't deliver it.
So Sabina sold a watch Friday.
Yo, Sabina's good. She's gonna take over Alex and Nick's commission. You'll see.
All day. She sold a watch. There's one problem. That's the same watch that's sold in auction. So I got to call Mike and ask him to
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Definitely not my fault.
For now, you guys have seen our new girl, Sabina, came to us as a customer service representative, and she had great interest in getting into sale. The first watch she sold, Murphy's Law, it gets double sold. So I'm gonna do my best to get that watch back to make sure that her first watch sale actually sticks.
I had a guy that wanted to sell us a $300,000 watch, and then he asked us later, can you not sell it for a year? I don't want to get in trouble with my AD. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
Sure, if we buy it for 150.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
So he wants the money, so you should tell him, let me give you retail for it. And no problem.
I'd wear the shit out of that watch at retail.
But what?
It's an AP Turb.
Which one?
Rose Gold Sunburst.
Rose Gold Sunburst. Speaking of AP Turbs.
I got this shit on hold with like 3 people.
Which one?
The one that we got in the blue.
You didn't say anything on the chat, because I offered it to somebody.
New OB sales.
And then you wonder how things get double sold.
All right, so the reason I called this meeting was to first off congratulate you guys on a fucking phenomenal year. Very proud of you guys, especially like less than a year in the business. It's really good. You guys are doing really well. I'm excited for the future. Taking Alex to Miami with me when we sign the dotted line. I would love to take you, but you don't like the warm.
I do not.
Mountaineer over here. But I would say definitely don't get comfortable. The market is going to be hot for quite some time, but in case there is a correction, that's when you really show how good you are as a salesman. Now, moving forward, let's continue to do what we're doing. There's a few things that I'm going to go over that I want you guys to improve on. Like, basically, we need to be sharks. You know, and you had mentioned before that you're trying to get your profit margin up, right? I wouldn't concentrate so much on getting your profit margin up, because what you're telling your customers essentially, I'm trying to make more money on you. No, you just have to make more volume of transactions. Got to be in your clients' faces more. We got to come up with new techniques of offering stuff out, right? Instead of playing the waiting game, Instagram lead comes in, or a Zendesk lead comes in, or something comes off Roman's Instagram or online. It's not enough. Like, you got to be out there, like just right. You know, constantly pumping stuff out. And not only on the selling side of things, but on the buying side of things, because I need your guys' help with the buying, right? You should know what your customers have. Oh, you know, to Jeff, I sold a Tiffany OP a couple months ago. Hey, let me see if he still has it. He's going to make a lot of money on it. Yeah, right. Maybe we can trade him out or something. Like, that's what I mean by being proactive. Second thing is, and this is something that I think we should sit down with the content team and kind of discuss. I was away last week for COVID, so I had a lot of time on my hands. So I like literally watched this whole season of Gray Markets. I like didn't, because I kind of just skimmed through them when they come out Mondays, but I watched all the episodes. And one of the things that I had pointed out was the perception of you guys in it, which I thought was just stupid and incorrect. And what I mean by that is, yes, you're new, so it's almost like a freshman thing where we pick on you, this and that, and sometimes I feel like don't even take you guys seriously. And it's like good to have fun, you know, you're getting pulled on a skateboard or whatever, or you're wearing wigs and shit. But at the end of the day, we're selling expensive luxury items to people that are smart, that people that are discerned. So we gotta start acting like that.
There's a time and a place for joking around, but at the end of the day, this is my career. This is Alex's career. Like, this is something that I'm taking very seriously in my life.
And I know you guys are serious businessmen. You guys know what you're doing. You're experienced. You're selling, you know, 6-figure watches on a daily. So I'm gonna tell them to stop portraying you guys like assholes, because you're not. True. You agree? Yeah, 100%. Like, making fun of you guys. It's not even so much making fun, but kind of like, if I was a customer that was spending a lot of money on a watch, and don't take this personally, and I didn't know anything about anything, I didn't know you guys personally, I would probably be hesitant to buy a big Paddock coffee because, you know, right. I just don't take you that seriously. Yeah. When I think that's wrong. Because you guys know what you're doing. You guys are great salesmen. You guys are great workers. You're my friends. So I think we got to change that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because at the end of the day, we like to have fun, but this is serious.
Yeah. So with this show, perception is definitely reality. A lot of people will see, you know, a 2-minute segment and assume that's how we are in real life. In reality, me and Nick, we're very professional. We care about our clients a lot, and we value their time. And when there is a lot of money involved, a certain level of professionalism still has to be applied, regardless of how laid back the company is.
So this next year, bro, like, it's very easy to get comfortable and say, oh, you know, we did so well this year. There's so much more that we can do. Right. Like, so much more. And I'm not talking like, oh, you want to make more money, because naturally, yeah, you want to make more money. You guys are paid on commission, but there's ways to go about it to build your own business within this business. Right. Yep. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like, there's absolutely no reason that nobody here shouldn't be making 6 figures. Zero reason whatsoever. You can make it happen. You're not going to double every year. What we saw this year, it's not normal, right? If next year you can grow by 10, 20, 25%, that's a healthy, that's exactly what I was doing. I was growing, I had like a rapid increase, and then it got stuck for like 3-4 years. Right. It was up every year. Actually, no, 2019 was worse than 2018 was the best year I ever had as a salesman. 2016 was good, 2017 was better, 2018 was on fire, 2019 was less. I did less business in 2019.
What do you think was the reason behind 2018 being that level? Just the way that the market was sitting?
I don't know. It's you know, I can't really say. You know, there was a lot of, in 2018 there was a lot of big pieces. I was selling a lot more richer meals in 2018. Okay. When it wasn't as like when the waters weren't so muddy.
Right.
Because then everybody jumped in, therefore it got a little bit harder. Because Richard Mille wasn't as hot back then
And now
as it was in 2019, 2020, obviously now. So that's when I really like hit the gas with the Richard Milles, and that's what really spiked the sales. So I met a lot of new people in Asia in 2019, but it's okay. I still did well in 2019, but you're gonna see that. You're not gonna see this. This that doesn't happen.
Right.
You know, you guys came in, guns blazing, did really well, and hopefully it will be the same next year. But if it's not, we have to know how to like react to that.
Right. For sure.
And the only way it's gonna grow, it's gonna naturally grow because you know our YouTube is growing. Hopefully we're going to Miami. Hopefully we have additional help coming in. Therefore, it's gonna increase your sales. But if it doesn't organically come, you guys have to put some sort of process in place to get more clients. The Instagram thing that I told you guys about. What I used to do was like I used to follow like all these different hashtags and just see different collectors that like have these watches. Oh, I literally like followed RM11, Richard Mille, Nautilus, shit like that. And I would see people that never contacted us, just collectors, posting, posting their own stuff. And I would reach out to them. Hey, I'm Adrian. I'm from Luxury Bazaar. This is what I do. This is who I am. Just shit like that. Yeah. And they didn't know who the hell I was. And they may not know who you are. You can't really assume that everybody knows who we are just because we have a YouTube show.
You're right.
I think that's like the best method. I mean, like the best way to use Instagram because over the years, like we post stuff and like a sale comes here and there. How successful are you really on Instagram? Like posting something on a story and then somebody buying something. It happens.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's not instantaneous, you know. But getting the contacts and getting your client list up,
right?
That comes from Instagram. There's thousands of people on there that collect watches, that sell watches.
Yep. Nick and Alex, being in the business for relatively under a year, they've been doing a really, really good job. But it's a high market. And in a high market, it seems very easy to make money. So I am trying to prepare them for the down market. And that's where the real sales skills come in. So I told them to, instead of being reactive, to be more proactive.
All right, so you're gonna pick this one up. You know your lines?
Sure.
Cool. All right, ready? So I'm very excited for Sabina to start selling. If you guys didn't know, I actually knew Sabina way before she started. We've been friends for a long time, so very excited for her, as I said. I think she's gonna do amazing things. I'm helping her out with some social media stuff as well, so definitely check her out. Here, have your hands like right here.
Okay.
Right,
Got
like
it.
here.
I got
All right, ready?
it.
1, 2.
And on to the next piece, I have the Cabana 14 karat yellow gold ring. So this piece is actually also Luxury Bazaar exclusive. It is 18 karat rose gold, 1.92 karat of diamonds.
Guys, I'm still learning, so please be easy on me.
Deployment clasp, 36 millimeter.
Here, you don't have to say the deployment clasp.
Okay. And
you're good. And
what am I saying next? And can be used.
it's a beautiful aquanaut, 36 millimeter. It actually looks really good on the wrist. Let me show you guys, and then you know what I'm saying.
This is a beautiful.
Sorry. Already, hold on, hold it. Don't let go. Don't let go. Aquanaut. Patek Philippe Aquanaut, 5067. Think about like astronaut, but like aquanaut.
Aquanaut.
Ready? But
So
this is a nice watch.
No. It could be worn by a male or female.
I think we already said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
On to the next. This is a
51, 67. But anyways, I think that sort of wraps up everything that you showed off today. So, thank you. What do you have to say to the people, Sabina?
Thank you guys for watching, and definitely message me if you have any questions.
So if you guys want to check out my posts, please follow me at sabinakova.lb.
Check her out on Instagram. I think she's going to do amazing selling. How does that fit?
This? Great. You don't even feel it. Yeah. It sits so nice, and it doesn't bump into my wrist.
Mm-hmm. So just working through sales, you meet a lot of cool people, especially with the show. One of the people we met was Ryan. Ian actually introduced him to us. He owns 1900 Ice Cream in Philadelphia. He does pop-up ice cream events, and he also has his own brick and mortar store that he runs, and he also does a few restaurants. So Ryan came in to check out this vintage day-date we had. So he wanted to come give it a test drive, see how it felt on his wrist.
It does, honestly though, it does wear tiny. it does look really small.
Let me see. I mean, not really for me. I don't know. I think it looks fine. I wore a 36 for a while. Like I had a 36 date just, and
yeah,
no one ever was like, "Oh, that's a small watch," you know.
What was that mother of pearl? How much was that?
Which one?
Remember that gold mother of pearl, that old one? Old. When I was in here for the pilot, I looked at the beach dial.
Probably a 30.
Yeah, Yachtma.
Oh, that was a 40 millimeter.
You sell that?
Yeah, we might have one, but I'd have to check. But like, same size as this.
But what's the asking?
30K. It's a full gold Yachtmaster with a mother of pearl dial and sapphires in the dial. Just on paper, that sounds crazy, you know?
Does that one have sapphires?
Mm.
All right, I'll give it a spin.
Yeah, give it a shot. See how you feel.
I don't know, dude.
What?
I don't know. I know you think that looks good on my wrist, but this one is very crispy.
That's just because it's new. If you age that watch 20 years, you would be saying the same thing about a new watch at that time, you know?
Mazal.
That was actually a buying
20
contract.
Mazal.
This was a buying contract.
Well, then 20 Mazal.
No.
Are you signed?
You just signed your life away. It also says I take part ownership of the Porsche.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think a better bet would have been being a piece of the ice cream company.
Piece of the ice cream company.
You know we're trying to do a little NFT piece for that?
Yeah, we talked about that. Ryan mentioned starting his own NFT using the designs that he uses on his lids for the ice cream containers. It's actually a pretty cool idea. The designs are sick, and I think Ryan's going to do very well with it, especially with what he was talking about doing potential ownership of the company if you were to hold that NFT.
Since Alex helped me earlier, I figured I'd reach out to Nick to get his advice on things.
So I'm about to do an unboxing.
Yes.
What do you think I should improve on?
Definitely do like a quick little fact about like each piece. But like, you know, for Cartier, I would talk about like the love bracelets and like the nail motifs. Fun little fact about the Cartier love bracelet is so many people had them in New York in like the 80s and 90s that when if someone had to go to the hospital, they didn't have the key to unlock it, so they had to cut them off. And now most hospitals have the tool to take a Cartier love bracelet off, which is a fun fact that not a lot of people know about. So yeah, I would do, you know, quick fact, definitely show the piece more. You know, it's just jewelry porn. You know, people love to see that. They like the shinies. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I would improve on. I mean, what do you think? Where do you want to?
So I'm thinking just, you know, doing it myself, kind of having it stand here, and then, you know, I'm like learning the pieces.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in, so just really quick, like going back, taking a brief look at the pieces, and just making sure I have a fact to even give.
Yeah, no, definitely. And if you have any questions, just let me know. You've got quite a selection there.
Yes, I do have a lot today.
Okay, cool. Throw your thoughts in, because people want to hear that. Cool. Sweet. No problem.
I'm here to see some celebrities. Where are all the celebrities?
My number one and utmost respected vintage expert, you've seen him on my videos plenty of times, he's asked to fly in to help him out with a few business processes.
I flew all the way here just to see a celebrity.
How are you?
What's going on?
What's up, Jordan? I see you're not wearing a cast for a change. Didn't break anything lately?
See, like, this is a f***ing cool office, right? This is such a cool office. Dude, I love the new table, man.
You know how much this weighs?
Yeah, it's a problem.
It took 3 guys.
He's local, right?
Yeah, it took 3 guys that, ask Cameron. I asked him, I was like, hey Cameron, can you help him out? Bro, he almost gave birth by the time they got this f***ing thing up here.
Yeah.
I'd f*** with this.
Right? Sexy watch.
It is a sexy watch.
And it's rare with the diamond bracelet.
The problem is that the issue with this watch is that a lot of people would prefer it actually without the diamond bracelet.
I get it, but it's rare with.
But
so. You don't have to buy it. There's no commitment.
I'll probably buy it.
Adrian.
Watch, I'm
gonna
gonna call Anthony right now. He's gonna be like, I want it.
The stuff I'm dealing with in Oman right now, like I'm not getting robbed. I mean, we'll talk about it later, which has been the most stressful 2 weeks of my life.
Yeah, but Muhammad is handling. I spoke to him. Adam had an unfortunate story. He went out to meet a humongous client, right? A multi-billionaire, supposedly, a guy that has a humongous collection, a guy that's known in the industry, and unfortunately, he walked all over him.
I trusted this guy with $1.1 million in watches, right? And now that like he kept changing the deal, literally 10 times changed the deal, I reversed the entire deal, and he won't give the watches back until he gets paid for his trade watches.
First of all,
which is crazy.
You made
huge mistake.
One mistake. First of all, you let Federico handle it. I understand that it is client,
right?
But you're the one bringing to the table $1.1 million of watches. Federico, I love him to death, but he's a little on the softer side. So the guy walked all over him,
right?
Walked
all over him.
But in turn, he walked all over you.
Yeah.
You travel, God knows where,
to Germany,
to meet the guy, to show him the watches, to get the transaction done. I wouldn't have done that deal. I wouldn't have been on that plane until it was 1-2 minus 5 until there was $700,000 in my account, and I would have said, look, you need references all over the world. And it was just a terrible, terrible situation where the guy was literally walking all over them because he had the upper hand. And the reason he had the upper hand is prior to travel, Adam didn't take in the funds. If it was me, I would have taken in the funds. I would have said, I have the wire in my pocket. Now I have the upper hand. In our business, our word means everything. And unfortunately, a lot of times, private clients, especially those that consider themselves being very important collectors and have a lot of money, tend to think otherwise and tend to change things up on us. If I said green, it's going to stay green. It will never turn red. And that's what happened there back and forth. And ultimately, I told Adam that it's his fault. He let that happen. But what happens in our business is people tend to start relaxing.
Didn't they catch the guys, by the way?
I think so. I think they found a couple of guys already, but we don't know what the watches are.
I mean, that's like armed robbery. It's different than my situation, but it's horrible. Like their situation is way worse than mine. Mine is just me trusting a quote unquote billionaire with a lot of watches because we figured we could trust him based on prior deals, and me getting screwed in the process. Because him taking complete advantage of my trust and a guy having zero integrity whatsoever. Whatsoever.
You can't trust nobody.
No, and you know what the worst part is? He's holding the watches hostage until Muhammad pays him for the trade watches I took. So which is $356,000. Meanwhile, he has over $1 million in my watches, which I trusted and left with him. Can you imagine going to Bloomingdale's and saying, "Hey, give me a refund for this T-shirt," and they're like, "Okay, where's the T-shirt?" And you're like, "No, I want the money first." It doesn't work that way.
You're displaying it at the antique show?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm going to grab some watches from you for the Bitcoin show.
Okay. Yeah,
so maybe just have Jordan run them up.
Yeah, whatever you need. When is that show?
17th, 18th, and 19th.
All right, I'll swing by.
I speak. Well, swing by. It's $1,500 for a ticket to swing by.
Never mind. Can you get me in?
I will try. Yeah. Right. So we have 3 days.
Where is it? At the convention center?
It's at J Knight Center, which I think is at the Hyatt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
So we're displaying there. I speak on Wednesday. I'm on one of the panels.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you guys.
Who are you doing it with?
There's people that I don't really know, but I know Mark Cuban is one of the speakers. There's
I'm saying any other watch dealers?
CRM is there. I'm going to figure out the space in the showcase that I got to see how much more it will actually fit. And based on that, I want to take a few watches from you. Having Adam there, we just so happen to have gotten a very important vintage watch in, and Adam told us all about it. So what is this exactly?
Let me see it. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is actually a very rare watch. It was a precision, observatory style precision. I say observatory because if you look at the right register, it has a circular layout, which is very similar to the Patek Philippe Observatory, made especially for JB Champion. Google it. It was a very important watch. It sold for millions of dollars years ago. In the 40s, AP made a very similar watch. Very, very few were produced and very few have surfaced. I thought I'd sold the only two that had ever come to market, throughout the years, and this one actually popped up last year, which is the first one I've ever seen publicly for sale. It's a crazy rare watch. It has a value movement in it. They made it in steel and in gold, and I think there's literally there was 25 pieces ever made, or around there, in all of the metals. Just long story short, it's just incredibly rare, and they literally never, ever come for sale. Yes, it's more than 25. So, no, this is a six-figure watch. So whenever a chronograph or a perpetual calendar or something like that, or a complicated AP from the 40s and 50s comes up for sale in auction, it's a big deal. And it usually becomes a cover lot, or it's the highlight of their catalog, because they never, ever, ever come
I have
up
the
for
remaster
sale.
downstairs.
Yeah,
and it's
very true to the original too, which is cool. Yeah. So this is a very special watch. They're literally, if somebody was interested in this and they passed on this one, they might never have another opportunity to buy one ever again. So it's a really, really crazy rare watch.
Alex, is this a flex?
I would wear that to the club.
It's okay, but you know what? At least you can wear it to a club and not get drugged by some girl, and have your watch taken in Miami,
The girl was Adam
I would drug you for that watch. I still regret to this day not keeping the salmon dial one I had. No, you're too scary.
All in all, it was a pleasure to host Adam and Jordan at our office. We talked a lot of vintage watches. We talked about the market off camera. We talked about a lot of things. Him talking about that very special Audemars Piguet when it came in, the timing couldn't be more perfect. I also managed to help him out with a few business processes, got on the phone with his accounting firm, figured everything out, and Adam was on a plane and out of there.
Yo, Avi.
Yo.
Come here. Can I talk to you about something?
Yep.
Overall, I'm very happy with Nick and Alex's performance, but one thing that I need to do is have a conversation with Avi, the head of our marketing department, about the portrayal of Nick and Alex on our show.
What's up?
All good. So during COVID, I had a lot of time on my hands, like most people do.
Oh yeah.
So I decided to literally go through so many episodes of Gray Market. You know, as they come on, because we live the life, I don't really watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just read the comments because I'm the petty king. But
I really am the petty king. For all you YouTube commenters out there, I will get you. I always get you.
I see that when you respond to them.
So basically, I was going through a lot of the episodes, and my main concern was the portrayal of Nick and Alex as salespeople. You know, I get it. We want to create good content.
Yeah.
I get it that we want engagement, and I get we want a fun atmosphere here. But I was concerned that the fact that people might take that the wrong way and might just not take them seriously.
Although we like to have fun on Gray Market and show the lighter side of our business, I think there's too much of that portrayal of Nick and Alex on the lighter side of things, when in reality they're dealing with six-figure watches almost on a daily. So to the consumer watching, how serious will they take Nick and Alex if they call in? You know, me personally, myself, and not to take anything away from Nick and Alex, but if I call in, I don't know how much I would want to deal with them in particular because of the portrayal on the show. But me personally, I know that they are serious businessmen, so I think it's important for us to actually showcase that.
We're not faking anything. Everything that was shown on camera is what's actually happening. Sure, put on a wig, you know, some of the things they volunteer for, and it's their own personality that allows them like the freedom to volunteer, to be like, you know what, yeah, I can do it, I don't mind, it's fun, it's, you know, funny. It doesn't look good, but it is real. I don't know, so like what got them up to here, you know, to this point right now, has been their real personalities. I don't know if we want to like make a drastic change.
Right, but is there a ceiling to that? Because yes, we don't
There
think
is,
anything.
there is.
They are hilarious in nature.
There
but I
is.
still think for what we're doing, if they want to take things to the next level, because listen, these are concerns that they expressed to me. I sat them down, had this conversation before I called you in here yesterday, and they're like, yeah, dude, like, you know, I think it's affecting my sales. So I'm like, yo, I got to talk to the content team to like not to necessarily manipulate it or change it or make it fake, but we got to show, you know, I think the camera has to be pointing to them while they're doing business.
100%. That's the one thing that we're lacking. And
Not Nick being pulled on a fucking skate.
The majority of the you know, the fault of that not happening is theirs. Them not calling the video team, they're not turning on their cameras. If they actually did that, they would have a lot more content for that, and that would fill an episode much more than them fucking with each other. The fucking with each other is, although it's silly, it does add the only comedic relief that we have in an episode. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the only thing that like makes an episode a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, no, listen, I get that, but I was looking at it from an outsider looking at it.
I think we need to like.
I'm always playing the devil's advocate. People hate me for it. People love me for it. I don't really care.
I think we need to do it like on a different level. So, let's say we want Nick to be more serious, right? We want Nick to sell high-end watches.
But he is serious. That's the thing.
We want to portray him as more serious. Then we actually need to capture footage of him being more serious. Do you know what I mean?
More of him talking, you know, 5976 deals. He's talking to clients about this vintage piece, that vintage piece.
Correct.
Yet we show more of him goofing off.
It's not that we show more of him. It's just that's the content that they're able to capture.
I think Gray Market is fantastic. I think everything that you guys done and we have done as a collective is amazing. We went like this. However, I could give two shits about Gray Market. I care about the business. The Gray Market is secondary. And to me, I'm not looking for content. I'm looking for people to do business. This is all fun.
I know, but this content is what gave them the initial platform to do business.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe
like,
not. But what if it's hurting them? That's my concern. Maybe it's helping them, but I'm always playing devil's advocate. What if it's hurting them?
This is where it's a double-edged sword. The reason that you picked up the phone and called that phone number is because of the show.
Yes, but...
And if we make it less entertaining by not showing them...
I want to increase their sales, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have gotten their success because of the show, because of their characters. I'm thinking, what if it's actually hurting? What if we're not seeing the other side of things?
We really would never know that. You know what I mean? Like, we just wouldn't know. And ultimately the goal is get more people calling. Doesn't matter who they end up talking to at the end of the day, as long as they're calling.
Okay, I guess we can go in circles about this. Maybe you're right. I don't want to.
No, we need to change it up, but organically.
Concerted effort to capture more of them doing actual
That's
business.
a talk we need to have with them.
Yo, Alex.
Nick.
Where's Nick? Come on in. All right, so we can sit and talk about this all day. We can sit in circles and talk about this all day. But I guess we all agree we're all on the same page. Don't stop the fun, because we're a fun company and you guys are hilarious and I love making fun of you guys off camera. But show more deals. Like show your
what you do.
You know what I mean?
I mean, just understand the camera's always around.
I got to do the
camera's
same
always
because
on.
I forget we're even in the show.
If you think something is going to not make you look good, just don't do it. You know, but at the same time,
You're going to say like mutes right now.
Yeah, and we're not going to get a word out of them. No, you want to show the good stuff, then get a videographer to record it. Or turn on your cameras and just all deals all day.
All deals all day.
That should be the new Luxury Bazaar slogan.
Actually, I'm thinking of a new hoodie idea on the back. So no wait list.
So I totally understand Adrian's point of view and where he's coming from, and it's all good stuff, but at the end of the day, it's up to Nick, it's up to Alex to determine what they act like and how they look on the show. I mean, we can't change that. Editing is not going to fix it. Ultimately, it's up to them.
I understand where Adrian is coming from. We tend to show content that's fun, that's funny, right? But it's very difficult to show the serious part of the business. But I think ultimately they came to a good decision to find a happy medium for both, between being goofy as well as being professionals. And all while still being entertaining, because this is what you guys want to see. Reactive, proactive. People know the difference? Anyone?
Reactive is when you wait for something, proactive is when you go out for it.
When you go out and get it, right? You guys have been tremendously successful in what you do based on a lot of our marketing efforts and some of the efforts that you put forth. Yesterday, some dealer, we're not going to mention any names, bugs the shit out of Adrian, literally calls him 30 times a day to buy inventory, 35 times a day to buy choice inventory, and...
Well, I hit him with non-choice with the choice, so...
Exactly. This morning, I saw on our sales group, the guy that bought the Daytona Panda from us turns around and puts it right on you-know-what group on Facebook, right, at a markup from what he bought from us. Which tells me that if my sales team was a lot more proactive, and with the amount of inventory that I have here, we could do the same thing all day, every day. In sales, there's nothing older than yesterday's news, as my business partner Alex likes to say. It was time to give a bit of a pep talk again for the beginning of the year. And my biggest issue is the volume of pieces that come into our company on a daily basis. You guys watch the unboxes on Instagram. Sometimes it's 5 watches. Sometimes it's up to 50 watches that come in on a daily basis. And what happens is the sales team jumps in, they get motivated, they sell off probably half the stuff right away, and the other half goes in the safe and it's kind of forgotten about, because the following day, there's more inventory that comes in and more inventory. And my thing is that, again, right now they're being only very, very reactive. I need them to be proactive. Our inventory gets old after 24 hours. Right? It becomes aging as far as I'm concerned, because it's no longer in the client's faces. It's no longer out there, and it ages. Yeah. Right? Now, the good news is that our aging inventory is, majority of the stuff that comes in here sells within the first 30 days. So we don't have a problem with aging inventory. What we have a problem with is us being a lot more proactive. Perfect example of being proactive is Anna. On a daily basis, she's in the safe grabbing a ton of watches. She's out there offering to her existing clients, looking at past inquiries, looking at, hey, who has ever talked about this watch, asked about this watch, looked at this watch, wanted to buy this watch, or even sell this watch, right? Now, of course, it's a little easier for her considering she's been in the business for a long time and she has a lot more clients. But you guys have, at this point, have gathered enough clients. You are on enough chats to know who's looking for what. You're on enough Facebook groups, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's no reason why part of your day should not be bombarding every single Facebook group that's out there, that's retail facing, bombarding same Instagram, same stories to go backwards, right? It's very easy to sell something that's new, that's fresh. It's posted, DM goes in, one of you guys gets it, you guys respond, you quote a price, you sell it. Very reactive. I'm not downplaying what you do. Being proactive is going back on a daily to older inventory, and it can be as old as a day or two, and putting it back out there via the various channels that are available to me. We have enough inventory that comes in on a daily to hang ourselves with. If stuff is sitting in a safe and nobody's touching it, feeling it, and doing anything with it, it's just sitting there. Because that was our picture on our sales group that he literally took, posted on the Facebook group that's retail facing, and he's selling it at a markup. He has every right to do it. He has every right to do it. And I don't care about the extra $2,000 that he marked the watch up. What I do care about is that whatever retail client buys that watch from him there is gonna no longer be our retail client. My thing to you guys is that, look, if you wanna be salespeople, this is not a 9 to 5. This is not a 9 to 6. This is 24/7, right? And you guys know that this is what you signed up for. So what I wanna see is, I don't want you to sit around and wait for the aging report and all those other things. I want you to have a good idea in mind, and I want you to know the safe like the back of your hand. What came in, when, and so on and so forth. Now, Vlad will provide you with those reports. And if he doesn't, you should be on top of him to ensure that you get that every single Monday. And say, hey guys, let's take this inventory, go to Anna's office, and under her guidance, and even Adrian's guidance, to say, look, our chat, let's throw some of this older stuff on our chat. It's really old. Some of the newer stuff that's a week to two old, where did we post it thus far? We posted it. Let's recycle it. Let's recycle it on the gram. Let's recycle it on Roman's Instagram, on your Instagram, who's ever, Sabina, doesn't matter. Let's do a Facebook Live. Let's do an Instagram Live. Be proactive. Again, I'm not saying you guys are doing a bad job. You're doing a wonderful job, but I'm also saying that you're leaving money on the table. What made Luxury Bazaar a success and why we have a 64.4% return customer rate is the fact that we stay in our clients' faces. We reach back out to them. So this year, it's being proactive. It's less wholesale. It's more retail and more benefit to you guys rather than benefits to other dealers that are out there picking up clients that we should be picking up. And that's just the bottom line. Guys, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, you're going to see the Bitcoin convention where I'm doing these not so great gray screens, right? I'm gonna go back, enjoy Miami. Next week, we'll show you what went down at the Bitcoin convention. I'm sticking around here for another week, so not only is it gonna be the Bitcoin convention, the following episode, we're gonna show you the Miami Antique Show, and then we're gonna show you another IWJG show. So I'm here for a while. Stick around, like, share, subscribe.